like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
The following may be triggering to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Please remain respectful in the comments.
I rise like the sun on a brand new day, breaking the shadows I've swept away. No chains to bind me, no tears to fall. I found my voice and I'm standing tall.
Sitting it out. Oh, wait. I'm joking, but yeah, whoever in here, buckle up. Zoop. Check your mirrors, but don't look back. Let me just stop. What they call pussyfoot around. Hello everybody. Hello Speeby. Hello Sage Spiritual. Hello Jesse Lovely. Hello all you peeps. Yeah, send this live out. But yeah, the story, the entire. Hope y'all got time. Hope y'all ain't gotta be at church tomorrow, cause I don't know. It's already 9:56 where I am, 10 o'clock. But this might be long, because we talking about 3-4 years worth of stuff. So, yeah. How I met the Nedrick / Kite, as some people may know him. Brother X. Then now he got a new identity called Nettie. Who's that? I don't know. It's a new identity. I met him as Kite. He transformed to Light. Then Light became the Nedrick. The Nedrick became the Nedrick X. The Nedrick X became the Nedrick again. And then the Nedrick became Nettie. That's about 5-6 identities just in a couple years. Breathe and take your time. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Hello Justin, how are you? So I met him a couple weeks after, I know, right? Already red flag. I met him a couple weeks after I left, probably like a month or some. No, like it's like a couple weeks after I met. After I left the tribe of Judah. I seen that I wasn't really into the carbonation stuff, but I was following pages like the Tea, just the Tea, and she's posted that the Nedrick / Kite and Liz / Jennifer left at the same time in May of 2021. So upon seeing this, he's kind of like, we kind of chatted a little bit before when I was with Ezekiel, so me and him kind of chatted before, so that's when we were still following behind coronation type of thing. And so I seen that he left, and I sent him a white heart, like I sent everybody. Sent him a white heart, just saying that, like, I didn't know that this was his 456th time leaving. Okay, let me calm down. I didn't know that this was like his 5th, 6th time leaving the cult. So I just sent him like a white heart just to show, like, because I know how I felt when I left my cult. This is hard. Like, you got deprogramming to do, you got freaking depression from, you just lost your whole identity. So I was trying to relate, and I just sent him a white heart. Boom, sent it, done. I was done. That was all. That was my intention. That was it. So he took that little heart and ran with it. And so he was like, basically like, like, I know you, like, can we get on the phone and stuff. And at the time I was like staying with my grandma. I just left the coat, so I was like, yeah, sure. So I was like, sure, why not? You left the coat, right? So I was like, sure, why not? We started talking on the phone a lot, started texting a lot, talking a lot, and eventually my feelings start getting involved and stuff. I'm gonna say all the times I ignored a red flag. Take a shot every time I ignore the red flag. Okay, I'm not gonna do that to y'all because you. He started telling me about just his experience and stuff. He told me about the shrooms thing. He told me what happened, word for word, the details and stuff. And I think people got it confused that he was talking about Velvet Baby. He was not talking about Velvet's child. He wasn't even in proximity of Velvet's child. When he had this bad trip, he was telling me about the trip, he took shrooms after he left the cult one of those times, and he was having a bad trip. And I guess he had a visual, like, he said a thought came to his mind, like, he was at his friend's house and his child was there, and he had bad thoughts concerning, like, his child, like, unaliving his child. He told me that in the messages, and I was like, I justified it. Not, like, in the way, like, oh, you don't have to wear it, just, like, in the way, like, you were on shrooms. You were on psychedelics. Your mind was altered. You wasn't even in reality. So that's the way I just got it. And then I don't know, we just started talking more and more and more. He was in Ohio, I think it was Ohio. He was staying at the shelter when he first left. And I guess people was reaching out to him and stuff. And I guess people, when he called, the volume is a bit low. Let me bring this closer so y'all can hear me, because I want y'all to hear me. But he was staying at this shelter in Ohio, I think, and people was calling the freaking shelter saying that he was in this cult, this sex cult or whatever, which he was. But they were saying he's in this cult, and I think he got kicked out of the shelter, and he like had nowhere to go. So I'm in Mississippi at the time. I'm staying with my sis. I'm like, I can't ask my sister if you can come here. If you don't got nowhere to go, like, you ain't got nowhere to go. Then I was like, yeah, I asked my sister if we can, because I'm staying with my sister. So I asked her if you can come too. And my sister allowed him to come. The first night we met, we've been talking for like a month or so by this point. By the time he came, people was helping him. A lot of people was helping him. A lot of people from Bigo. He was on Bigo at this time too. Also, we would go live on Bigo together. A lot of stuff. It was like good vibes and stuff. One time Visa came on our live and told me not. I'm just not realizing. But Visa came on my live while I was live with Denedric, and he was like, "Bro, don't mess with this dude." I was like, he trolling. I was like, "You're trolling and all this stuff." I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But Visa was like, "Don't mess with that dude." I was like, whatever. I ignored him, and yeah, by this time, he finally came to Mississippi where I was. Started staying with me and my sis. By this time, when he came, no pun intended when I say this. When he came, we conceived Sakani that night. Um, yeah, really bad decision making back then. But at the time, I was infertile. Like, it was like no matter what I did, I would not get pregnant. And so I was just like not thinking that I would get pregnant because I was infertile at the time. No matter what I did, I was infertile. But I guess going to the tropics kind of, I don't know, I guess it changed my DNA. And also I was fertile again. And also my cycles, I used to have really bad cycles, like lunar cycles, I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. It used to hurt a lot, and to the point where I had to go to the hospital and stuff, because it would be that bad. But after leaving the tropics, I never had, to this day, I never had that pain again. But I don't know if the tropics did. Anyway, I was fertile then, and we conceived my beautiful, beautiful firstborn, Escalating. And I remember the feeling too. It was like, because one time, like the feeling was like a universe bursted open inside of me. I don't even know the feeling. I was just laying down one night and I just felt life. Like I felt something, and I was like, I went and got a pregnancy test the next day, and lo and behold, I was pregnant. So I was like, oh my God. He wanted to abort it. If you're taking shots to every red flag, I'm so sorry. We just the first few minutes in. If you're taking shots to every red flag, I'm so sorry, because my sister was pissed at me, and which rightfully so, rationally so. I was young. I didn't have my own nothing. Just left a coat. Like, come on, like, be for real. So I didn't understand her anger at the time. I kind of did, but I was like, ain't no choice but to move forward now, because I'm not finna kill my child. So, not saying this is wrong, anything. If you want to do, I don't care. But so he agreed with my sister to abort it, and I was the only one that was like, no. So yeah, one day we decided to go to the movies. Where we were was like not that far of a walk from the movies, and he got wine on the way. And did we ever even see the movie? I think we didn't even see the movie. I walked in my first trimester to that freaking theater, and I was sick, and I was in my first trimester. I never had pregnancy before. I was sick. And he was like, let's walk this place. And we got there, and no, we didn't. Before we got there, I stopped to like gather my body, like to just like, because I was sick, I was nauseous, I was finna throw up. And so he was like, man, come on. And I was like, I'm literally sick as a dog right now. He was like, bro, just come on, like. And I think at this time he still wasn't, he hadn't made up his mind whether or not, he still had 1 foot in, 1 foot out at the coat. So we would have like arguments and stuff about ego and stuff like that, but that's relevant. But before we got to the movies, we went to the wine stores, like this liquor store, I guess, and he got a bottle of wine. And when we got to the movies, I sat down because I was feeling so sick. When I sat down, I accidentally bumped the wine bottle and broke it, and it wasted. And he was mad at me the entire time. Like, he was mad as fuck. Like, that was the first time I ever seen him like mad like that. He said I had to write lines. He said I had pages or whatever, but I had to write freaking lines. I would not accidentally knock over a wine bottle. But anyway, we got in this Uber, right? Sorry, the energy for the explosion. We got in this Uber. The dude was like, we kind of got in the Uber, and the dude was like, you kind of quiet. Y'all kind of quiet. Y'all right? And he was like, oh, she knocked over the wine bottle. And then he was like, I was just quiet because I was just like, literally, it's not that serious. But to him, it was. So I guess that's when I first start kind of like, let me put it like this. Ezekiel already conditioned me. I had already been conditioned by Ezekiel, and the trauma that I perceived, that the way I got treated by Ezekiel, I perceived that because I was too masculine. Well, he told me I was too masculine. I was told I was too masculine. I got too much of my mind. I have a mind, so that's already a problem. You a woman and you got a mind. Oh. So I had already been conditioned by Ezekiel to be kind of, don't say nothing. Just go with the flow. You're not supposed to talk back to a man. All it is. So I was already conditioned, and to be this nonchalant, go with the flow, non-combative, non-argumentative person until I couldn't take it no more. But anyway, the Uber driver was like, oh, y'all okay? He was like, she knocked over the wine bottle, and then he was like, oh, y'all be all right or whatever. So one time, then I got back on my road lines. So just one time, he walked to the store like he always do for us. He walked to the store. He didn't come back for a while. You're like, that's weird. I'll talk what I'm about to say. The Uber driver, apparently he took an Uber somewhere. I think he said he want to walk. So he took an Uber, and the Uber driver was the same driver from earlier that day. And so I found, he told me that later, while he was on Molly this one time, while he was on Molly, that the Uber driver asked him for performative, shall I say, videos of us, and he gave some reason why I was to not participate. I guess he didn't want me to know. I didn't know till like months later, but the Uber driver performed the videos from him, and he said he didn't want me to know, or either he didn't want me to be in it or something. He was like, y'all got OnlyFans, y'all got this, y'all got that. Mind you, I don't know all of this. I found out this later. And so he sent this man a video of him pleasuring himself for money, unbeknownst to me. And I was just saying, like, that's not the only like thing I was seeing. Like, anyway, we decided while we was at my sister's apartment, I decided that I wanted to have a baby in the tropics. I wanted to go back to Puerto Rico. So we mustered up the money to go to get a ticket and go back to Puerto Rico. I'm trying to see if I'm leaving anything in Mississippi before I move on. Not really. We got into an argument one time because I went to go get some I was smoking at the time. This is before I knew I was pregnant. We was arguing one time, and I went to go smoke with one of my old friends. Well, my ex. Sorry. I was just smoking with my ex. We didn't do nothing, I swear to God, but I just wanted to catch up with friends and stuff. I hadn't been there in like a year or some change, maybe like I hadn't been there in a while. So not only was me and my ex cool, I had friends over there too that I used to hang with before I went to the Coast. So I went over there to go chill, and then he was kind of mad, so he was like, "Why you like going to your ex house?" Which is understandable. Shit, I don't know what I was thinking then, to be honest. I don't know why I went over there. But he was rightfully mad, and then we kind of argued, and he kind of pushed me a little bit. Nothing crazy. Two people arguing, one pushed the other. Nothing too crazy. But then he ended up he decided he wanted to leave, and so he was leaving, and then he had his backpack on, and I held the you know, the little hang thing at the top of the backpack, that little part. I held it while he was leaving, and he kind of yanked it back, and then he started crying, and I was like, why are you crying? Like, what's going on? Like, and my sister like, just let him go, like, just leave. I had a mental evaluation. He's doing some irrational things. You saying he is right now? Let me know, cause I don't know. I don't keep up with him no more. I don't keep up with him no more. Not for a while, I'd say. Not for a while. We wasn't therapy, but I don't know he didn't really say what they diagnosed him with. I was diagnosed with PTSD. I was diagnosed with PTSD. Oh, okay, no, I don't know. He really didn't really say what he was diagnosed with, but yeah, if you're talking about like if we've been in therapy, then yeah, I guess. I don't know. Well, we wasn't there long because the program went out. But anyway, I was like, why you crying? And then eventually I thought my sister like, let him go, so I let him go. And I was like, oh, sing along, it is. And eventually he came back and he was like, whatever, I don't know. But eventually we got the money to go back to Puerto Rico. Went back to Puerto Rico. We were sleeping in a tent in the backyard because we couldn't afford a room yet. And so while we was there, Talib and Kaja, they was helping us. They was like, oh, they cook for us sometimes. They let us come in sometimes, chill. We was chilling. And one night, Talib and Kaja was like, let's go to the beach. I talked about this before, but they was like, oh, let's go to the beach. Kite, are you down to drive us back? Because I can't say I'm going to be in my right mind. So Kite, can you drive for us? And he was like, yeah. So Talib drove down to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and Kite drove back. What they didn't mention was what they were going for. They went to this one strip, San Juan, you know, the tourist spot is this one strip called La Perla, and La Perla is a no cell phone allowed area because there's every drug in the book. So yeah, Kaja went to pick up the drugs from La Perla. I've never been around hardcore drugs till that night. Sorry if I stop to process some stuff. But yeah, she did a bump right there. Woo! Calm down. Sorry. Okay, let me be professional. She did a bump right there, and it had Molly, weed, and coke. Molly, weed, and coke. And so Kite drove back, and when we got back to their room, they were like, we got back to their room, they was like, hey, yo, Kite, you want to try this? And he was like, nah, man, I don't know. I don't know about all that. And Talib was like, you know, like, just, you'll be all right. He was like, Liz, you can't do it. And I was like, yeah, I know shit. But they was like, you want to try Molly? and he did it, and then it was the worst experience of my life. I say that all the time, but it was a bad experience. So he did the Molly, and things got really uncomfortable really fast, and that's when he told me about the thing where he pleasured himself in front of this dude for money. So yeah, he told me that, and he was like, oh my god, I just love everyone. Then he Talib asked Kite if he wanted to be their boyfriend in front of me. I'm the only one not on drugs. He asked Kite if you want to be their boyfriend, and I was like, what? What is going on? He got his mind. And he was like, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I'm just like, and then he wanted me to get in. He got in a bed with them. Then he wanted me to get in a bed with them. And I just left. I don't even know what happened that night because I just left out. Well, I heard him talking. I was only on the outside, so I heard them talking. It wasn't like nothing sexual or nothing. These people are truly sick, dude, man. Who you telling? But anyway, so he was just talking for hours till the fucking sun came up, and then he was just tripping, man. He was tripping balls, and just like he was just talking about, oh, he gay, and it's like, mind you, I'm like pregnant. And so I do not need all this damn stress. So every time he say some sick stuff, and every time he say some crazy stuff, he just be like, oh, I need some water, really dehydrated. And I kept giving him water. And then one time he was like, I need some water. Then he looked at me, he was like, you a demon. You a demon. And I was like, okay. And so I'm a demon. So I got the jug of water and I poured it on his head, and so unhealthy. Got the jug of water, I started pouring it on his head, then I threw the empty jug of water at his head. Then I found myself pushing him, turn to like hits, and I was like doing his head like that. I'm pregnant, so I'm not swinging crazy and shit, like, but I was like slapping him upside his head, if you will. And no, I'm not sorry about it. Do I think it's okay? No. Do I think it's okay for anybody to hit anybody? No. But I ain't sorry. At that moment, I'm not sorry. But yeah. And then Talib took him to the beach and telling him that, oh, you thought Eligio was your God. I'm just paraphrasing, but you thought Eligio was your God, but I'm really your God. You really on this journey to find me. I'm just the same thing Eligio be saying. But he told me that later after they came back, and then he crashed like from that high, and yeah, and then Gaga, y'all know Gaga, I'm type like that dude, he hit us up and was like, oh, that's it, like, Kite, come over here and come mess with me. I got y'all 10 bands if you come. I really want to understand these people's fascination with wanting to be God. I don't know. But guy was like, come on, Kite, come chill with me. Let me do 10 bands by the time you leave Philly. So he was like, yeah, let's do it. And just like that, off a whim, we was on the next flight from Puerto Rico to Philly, where Goggett was. Oh, Philly. Oh, Philly. Oh, Philly. Oh, Philly. Oh, Philly. Oh, Philly. We got to Philly. It was very cold. This is like in November. November 2021. What were you doing in November 2021? But anyway, this is like November 2021. We go to Philly. Gaga got these moves. Mind you, Carbonation is also there. And he was telling us before we got there, he was like, "Oh, y'all might be in the house with Pure, or you might have you might be in D Block where Carbonation was at, or something." Can like, am I finna see these people that I've been seeing online this whole time? Like, I don't want to see these people. I don't. And so he was like, Gaga was like, if y'all remember Pure was in the house. We got to the house. Pure opened the door. Pure was so sweet. But most people that are schizophrenic have a God complex. Shoot. But that's crazy to think about. What if I was just in a house full of schizophrenic people? But anyway, got there and met Pure. He was nice, quiet but nice. And yeah, it was just us and Pure in the house. And we lived right off of Kensington Avenue. And if you've ever been to Philly or heard about Kensington Avenue is basically just a whole street or like area of people who are like this or like this. That shit was horrible. Imagine you're pregnant and you go down the street, you walk outside the house and that's how you see. That shit was horrible. It's like I was in the sorry, excuse my language. It's like I was in Call of Duty. Zombie land, yes, the hood of drugs, yes, the drugged out zombies, yes. I was right on it. That's where my leader, my provider, my protector had me. But anyway, yeah, it was right on Kensington Avenue. It's crazy. But yeah, everywhere we went, it was, oh my God, the needles. Street is covered in needles. The street is covering. Knowing Nigel was over there is scary. Oh yeah, Nigel was over there. Yeah, that is scary. Oh yeah. I don't want it. Anyway, while we're in Philly, we're making these moves. We're getting money. Carbonation is getting money. One time we went over there. We went over to Gaga's house. Gaga got like multiple houses. Like, Carbonation was in one. We was in another one. He was in another one of his own. And it's just like, but anyway, he got multiple places. And one time we went over the place where Gaga was at, and this is the closest I've been in proximity of Eligio. I was right outside the house. We was parked outside the house and Nature Boy was inside. And Kite was like, the Nedrick was like, "Come on, Pierre, let's go outside, let's go see him." I'm like, "You really want to go see him?" Like, but anyway, yeah. And while we were in Philly, this is the first time he let me know about his porn addiction, his sex addiction. It's the first time I knew. He let me know that he got a problem. And I knew something was off because when he had his, like, he was logged in my Instagram. Or I forgot to mention, one time in Puerto Rico, before we left, he was logged in Instagram on my phone, so all his notifications was coming to my phone. So he was texting this one girl, and all the notifications was coming to my phone, and then I noticed all of a sudden it said you have been logged out. So I asked him about it, and he lied. He straight up lied. And so yeah, like, let me see your phone. He opened up his phone with Instagram. Another red flag. Nature Boy was was the first person he was talking to. I was like, what the fuck? But Nature Boy was one of the first people that was on his Instagram chat list, DM list. And I just ignored that because I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's getting hot in here. But the girl, I was like, oh, what's this? And so he tried to snatch the phone in my hand. And I was like, you can have a little phone. And he was kind of on top of me, so I pushed him off of me, and then I left outside the tent, and I was done. Like, I was done. But yeah, I left outside the tent, and then he followed me. I walked to the park, he followed me, and then he started freaking crying, freaking manipulating me. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I try. Like, it's like no matter what I do, I can never do right. I fell for it like an idiot. I fell for it. Yeah, but so I knew he had a little women problem. That was the first time, like one of the first times I knew he had a little women problem. Because we just coming out of this mindset of polygamy, right? So we always talk about polygamy. But when we got down to Philly, he doubled down on polygamy. And that's all the nigga could think about. And so that eroded my self-esteem. Not only that, his porn addiction, his sex addiction, but like as I was saying, I would notice something. Before he told me, I noticed some stuff was off because he would go take a shower, right? But when I go take a shower, his wash towel dry. Did you take a shower? What did you take a shower with? He wasn't taking a shower. He was doing his addictions for months, and I didn't even know. So now it became this thing, like for 3 years, every time he went to the bathroom, I got triggered. That's a horrible life to live. But yeah, he told me, and he showed me, the nigga showed me the stuff he be watching. And yeah, it scarred me to the point where I'm pregnant. I'm built like a pregnant woman. And plus I'm already kind of thin. Like I'm on the slim side. So the women he looking at look nothing like me. Skin tone, no. Hair, no. Body shape, no. It's just warped. Whatever, just warped just images, and I look nothing like that. So of course that eroded away my self-esteem. Well, he needed to do that, and he had a woman. He had an addiction is what he had. He still has the addiction. Clock it. Sorry. I had to say it. He still has addiction, which is not, well, I'm not with the nigga no more. But yeah, it's bad too. It's the worst I ever seen it. It's really bad right now. Not my problem. But yeah, so my self-esteem became eroded, and he just had these really warped thoughts, like about like white and black people. And so I remember one time it got so bad that I went in the shower and I tried to wash off my skin color. If you are with somebody that you think got a porn addiction, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. Leave now. You cannot compete with pixels. Leave now, because when I tell you that shit destroyed my self-esteem, never again. Never in my entire life have, in that period I was with him, have I just hated myself for not having a yacht. Hated myself for not being shaped like a coat. I hated myself for not looking like a porn star, if you want to be real. That's all. For not being a porn star, for not looking like a porn star, for not being white, for not being Latina, for having 4C hair. I hated myself. And I try to wash it away. Trauma. But yeah, Philly was the worst experience. Mind you, I'm pregnant. So yeah, I hated my body. Sometimes I just look in the mirror and just cry. That shit is no joke. That shit is the most damaging shit ever. That shit is so damaging. It destroys lives. Pornography, it destroys lives. So yeah, so we end up leaving Philly because Gaga didn't want us to leave. One of the freaking things went wrong because nobody told the main dude that's getting us money, nobody told him that I wasn't 21 yet. So he like, what? She not 21? So a lot of the money that we were supposed to get, we didn't get because I wasn't 21. So a lot of the things that we were supposed to do we couldn't do it because I wasn't 21. So yeah, he made me feel like shit for that, for not being 21. So we ended up leaving and going back to Puerto Rico because we was only supposed to be in Philly for a short period of time just to get the money and go, because I wanted to have my baby in the tropics, and did. But before let me not forget the most important part. The bet. All while we in Philly, Eligio and Kai are exchanging texts, I guess. He getting his disciples. Juju, rest in peace. I think his name was Jamar, one of them. I don't want to say his cult name, but Loyal, rest in peace. Getting them to talk, to try to pull him back in. Why you not on your purpose, man? This your mission. You ain't you falling off the path. You doing this and doing that. So he got that, and then he got Legio calling him and calling us with your weird ass, calling us and just trying to get us to come over there. The nigga been trying to get me to come over there for forever, since when I was with Ezekiel. He was like, I don't want them, but I want you. And I was like, that's crazy. But yeah, that's when the bet happened. He was like, Kai, you're not on your mission, you gotta come back. He was like, that's why you're having a girl. And he was like, that's why you're having a girl, right? Y'all having a girl? Because we ain't know. But he was like, I don't know, man, we don't know yet. He was like, I bet you I'm gonna make a bet. If it's a girl, you gotta come back to Carpet Nation. You ain't your wife. And I'm like, I ain't going no damn where. I ain't going no damn where. But he was like, if it's a girl, you ain't a girl. I come back to Carpet Nation. Bow down to the Most High. All of that bullshit. And Kai was like, yeah, all right. And then he was like, yeah, but right now you ain't ready. And then he hung up the phone. And then the nigga started crying after he got off the phone. And I'm just like, not because he's crying. It's okay for men to cry. That's okay. I don't know why society tell them they can't. It's okay for men to express emotion. But I'm like, why you crying? Because he told you can't come back to his cult. He was still there. He was still there. And so that's when the bet happened. But before we can even get to the bet, this nigga decided he want to leave anyway. He like, you know what? I don't want y'all. I want to go back to the cult. And he did. Did I stop him? Hell no. Do what the hell you want to do. I'm going to be blessed regardless. And was. So I was blessed beyond measures. Like, thank God. Thank the people. The rent that I had in Puerto Rico was paid. People sent bassinets. People sent clothes. Sorry. It's just, whew. Okay. Oh. Yeah. People helped out a lot. People showed up. People sending clothes. Save to Serve 8. She sent baby clothes. And one of those stuffed animals she sent, Sakani, we kept it until she was like 2 years old. We kept it until she was like 2. And then when we moved, it kind of got lost in the storage and stuff. But a lot of those stuff, man, it just, thank y'all. Thank y'all to this day. But people would send me clothes. People were sending stuff for the baby. Somebody bought me bamboo Pampers. Natural bamboo Pampers. Just because it was on the, I said I wanted it. So, yeah, he left and all that BS happened. Y'all seen it. All of a sudden, he wanted to come back. I ain't gonna say all of a sudden he wanted to come back. I got that nigga out the cold. I got him out the cold by sending him informational videos, continuing pouring love into him even after he left us on an island stranded with nothing. I gave birth by myself. Even though it was planned for us to have a water birth and he was supposed to catch Sakani. I gave birth by myself. But yeah, he went, he left. I got him out. Was still there for him after he left. And let me say that though man, it just really got bad after he left. He was just so depressed, and not saying like it's a bad thing, like he was depressed, and I had a mental breakdown, and he was just laying in bed for days. Like, I'd be like, let's go do something. He'd be like, I don't want to do that shit. And I was like, okay, damn, like, fuck. And then one night, we was laying down and he had sleep paralysis. And I said, okay. This is around the time too that Legio was like sending his little subconscious little attempts to scare us. 1, 2, the 3 is coming for you. 1, 2, the 3 is coming for you. Calling Kai to snitch and all that because he said kicking me in the stomach and all that. So Legio is threatening. Legio is threatening Denedric, us at this point. So I was scared. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. While he was gone, the T had made a video about Denedric in specific, just Denedric. And oh my god, some of the stuff I didn't see before I met him. Like, so the stuff he talking about, I'm just like, who is this person that I was with? So I ain't gonna lie, when he came back, I was scared. I was scared because I didn't know what he was capable of. So I'll watch over my shoulder. I'll be around the house looking. One time he fixed me some tea. I went outside and poured it out because I'm like, I just didn't know. I didn't know. But the only reason women stop doing this, young women stop doing this. Stop trying to hold a family together just because the baby. Stop trying to hold a family just because the baby. If the father is his mother, your mind, got deep psychological issues, or is a porn addict, leave. Take you and the baby and leave. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Living experience. And I know, I was like, what's all, when people was first telling me like all the hubbub, like I was like, what's all the hubbub about? Because when I think it was, I don't know for sure, but Shaka, when we was on Bigo, I think he the one who told everybody that I was pregnant because I wanted to keep it a secret. But the moment everybody found out, they was like, no, Liz, no. And I'm like, what's the big deal? Now I see the damn big deal. I see what you were talking about. Sorry I had to deal with that. That's too much. It's not even the tip of the iceberg. Okay, I need to stop. I haven't even scratched the surface. I notice a pattern. Every time me and him get into an argument, he's on a dating site. Not even 24 hours later. He's on a dating site. I'm sorry, my little light died. And my little light cut off. Okay, yeah, that's dead. But he always on a dating site. Always. This man is the master of escapism. If you ever want to know how to escape, like through unhealthy coping mechanisms, go to the Nedrick. That man is the master. That man is the master of escapism through unhealthy coping mechanisms. The master. He's a, telling y'all. But yeah, so he came back and I was kind of like, oh, like, but eventually I started seeing like, oh, okay, oh, how could I forget this part? I guess my brain blocked it out because I didn't want to remember it. So while I was pregnant, one time I confronted him about his little addiction, his big addiction. Let me stop. His addiction. And yeah, next thing I know, I'm choked out on the bed. Like 8 months pregnant, 7 months pregnant. Next thing you know, I'm being choked out on the damn bed. I'm like, God damn. Like, you can't hold men accountable. You can't hold people accountable. They got mental issues. So yeah, next thing you know, I'm choked out on a bed, pregnant, and Pure and Wiz, which was talking to Gaga at the time. Wiz came in and they pulled him off of me, and then I started looking for what I could find that might possibly kill him if I throw it, because I know damn well you can just put your hands on me because I address your addictions. Couldn't find nothing. First thing I grabbed was a water bottle, and I threw the water bottle at him. Then he tried to come at me again, but then Pure held him back. And that wasn't the first time I said stuff. And then again, while I was pregnant in Puerto Rico, when we came back, I talked to him about it again. I'm choked out on the bed again. So anyway, left Philly. got to Puerto Rico. I'm trying to, cause I said it's gonna be a long ride, so y'all better buckle up. But we back in Puerto Rico. He left. He came back. We leave Puerto Rico because we're not making money. Nobody's like that much in support because it's like, nigga, you just left your girl to go to a sex cult. She literally I was due in like a couple weeks when he left, so nobody was messing with him like that no more. So we wasn't really getting no donations, no money and all stuff like that. But I was doing my readings. I was doing readings and stuff like that. But yeah, so we ended up going to his hometown in Fort Worth. And in Fort Worth, we went to this homeless shelter in Arlington. And while we were in the homeless shelter, I found out that the dictionary ended. Maybe a couple months while we were in the Nation of Islam, it stopped. But it never ended. It never went nowhere. For 3-4 years. It never went nowhere. Yeah, I discovered again the stuff he was searching. And I'm just like, I sent it, a screenshot, sent it to him. I said, what's this? This first instinct again was a lie. This man is the best liar on planet Earth. I'm sorry. Like, this man is the best actor, best pretender. But the thing is, I'm not attacking him. I'm attacking the addiction. Because addiction can make you lie like that. Addiction can make you lie like that. Whether it's drugs, porn, sex. When you got a really bad addiction, one of the main symptoms is to lie. So he lied off the bat, even with proof in his face. With the proof in his face, he still lied. And I was like, hey bro, come on. Literally is right here. And so he finally came clean, and I had a talk with him. After that, I just had to talk. I was like, meet me in the car. Because we had nothing when we got to Texas. I just felt like he put me through all of this while I was standing by his side. And it's like, it just felt like not only was it betrayal, it was abuse, psychological and emotional abuse. Because you're constantly, for months, that months turn into years, you're lying about something that I know you're doing. And the gaslighting was crazy. Like, to the point where when we were in the Nation of Islam, this man put it on God, on Allah. Oh no, I'm not Allah, I'm not. A few days later, yeah, I am. It was just torture. It was just torture. Because when I knew, the signs show. The signs of porn addiction, you're getting skinnier. You don't, because your testosterone is gone. Your testosterone is gone. He learned from the best. There you go. Sorry, not sorry. Your testosterone is gone. You start getting depressed. You start getting insecure. And then he'll come to me. Every time he come to me, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm depressed. I feel like as a black man, I'm just the lowest in status." And I'm like, "You're watching again. You're using again. You're using again. It's a drug. You're using again." And then he deny it, gaslight me until my brain is mush. And I just give up at that point because I'm just like, you know what? I don't even have the capacity to even try. It's just, at this point, I just don't care. At this point, I can't. And I say about for about like the last 2 years, I was dead. I was a shell of myself. I don't know where I was. The sunken place, perhaps. I was on autopilot. Mom duties, wife duties, slave duties. Because that's what I felt like in this past couple years. A damn slave. I was a slave. And then when we joined the Nation of Islam, I was like, this don't feel right. Like, yeah, I see, like, well, let me not go ahead and jump ahead. While, so I had a little talk with him while we were in the shelter. And I was like, look, either you stop this shit now, or I'm gone. I'm gone. And the reason why I despise him now is because he took away my choice. I told him that day, I don't want to be with you if you are going to have this addiction. I'm not willing to sacrifice myself. I'm not willing to sacrifice nothing. And instead of just letting me go, letting me and Sakani go, he chose, oh, I'm gonna change, I swear. He chose to pretend like he changed so he could latch on to my energy. Now it's getting spiritual. So he could latch on to my energy and feed off of it, because the best years of his life, where talking about behavior wise, when he was with me, is when he performed the best in life. Is when he made the most money in his life. It's when he had the most community and people reaching out to him, the most blessings in his life. Under my name, I was I feel like because of me, god damn it, because of me is why he's doing good in life now. Financially only is why he's doing good in life, because of me, because I held his ass down. But anyway, I gave him that talk in this car, and I was like, I can't do it. I'm seeing how this gonna end up, and I don't want to invest in you if you're gonna be doing this. He made it seem like the Nation of Islam thing fooled me. The Nation of Islam thing was a trick. The Islam thing, the religion thing, was a trick. He made it seem like, oh, I'm not an addict no more. I'm this new person. I'm listening. I'm trying to go to the mosque. $1,200 a month. But anyway, anyway, $300 a week, baby. But anyway, that's not a flex. Anyway, he made it seem like, oh, I'm this changed person through the Nation of Islam. I'm this new person. We even went to go see Farrakhan. He even got his ex. But he even got his ex. He became the nigger ex to hide his addiction. That's how deep this shit was. Just when you talk about living a fake reality. Talk about living in a fake reality. Talk about living a fake life. Talk about the gaslight of the century. Talk about abuse. Talk about psychological manipulation and abuse. Talk about PTSD. Let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it. Because for years, he pretended to be this person that he wasn't. And it was just like, once I started seeing all the the prostitute apps and the all the stuff I'm just seeing on this porn sites, just the lying, this thing. We didn't got it. This is one time, like, I got so tired of being lied to. Like, I knew it's just this horrible phase, this horrible place. It's like when you know something going on, but you can't prove it. You cannot prove it, but you know it. And it's like you gotta bite your tongue, because it's like you've been gaslighted into thinking that even though you know what's going on, it's not really going on. And I'm the problem for being angry, or I'm the problem for saying, even talking about it. I'm the problem for thinking, even having so much as having the thought that something was going on. I'm the problem he took my choice away, man. He took my choice away to walk away. Because you pretending to be this person for years. You pretended like you took my choice away, and then you was using my body, because porn addicts cannot have a true connection, human connection, because their mind is warped. The only thing that gets them aroused is the porn, is the exaggerated body parts. So you're using my body as a sex doll. And you took my choice away to walk away. That's why I despise you, Denendry. And it's got to a point where I don't even despise you. It takes too much energy to despise you. It takes a lot out of me to despise you. So now I don't feel nothing. And if you was to come to me and be like, I'm really going through a lot, I'd be like, I don't give a damn. But that's not even a tip of the iceberg. Like, it was more abuse, and one time I got thrown to the damn ground just for so being constantly gaslit would make you have a psychological meltdown. When Tanisha ran out the house all those times, I've reached that point many times. Where I ran out the damn house. I wasn't naked, but I ran out the house. I've had, and plus, not even mention the postpartum depression. God. And I went through that by myself. And one of the main things is that I was isolated. Me and Zagani was isolated for years. Before we had a car. Even when we had a car, there was no word. It was just that house. And God, if I ever see that house again, I hate that fucking house. I hate that apartment. I hate it. I was blessed to have it, but I hate it. I hated that apartment. In those stupid walls. I was in a fucking box for 3 years. And upon us separating, we separated because I had a mental breakdown, and he got mad. We were moving because he fucking suck with managing money, and we got evicted. I wasn't working, but damn it, I had children back to back. Achilles was not even a month old when I escaped and went to the domestic violence shelter in Fort Worth, Texas. She wasn't even a month old yet. And this wasn't even my first time going to a freaking domestic violence shelter. But, yeah, upon us separating, I was having a mental breakdown because when we're moving, where we're going, we got evicted because he was bad with the money. He was making enough money, but sorry, y'all, just a second. He just is bad at managing it, and I brought this man. I made this man so many budgets. Forget him. I made us so many budgets. My first time getting taxes, income tax, this man gave 1,000 of it to the Nation of Islam. Off a whim, too. Off a whim. He was like, oh, by the way, I donated $1,000 to the Nation. What? I could have used... You even asked me about my dreams. You even asked me, eating next Elizabeth, being in the works for 2 years. 3 years. It's 2025. For 3 years, I never got to invest in it because, for one, we wasn't making enough. For two, I didn't get a chance to, cause nigga. And then it just never, anytime, like, I tried so many ways to make money. So many ways. I tried drop shipping. I was looking for jobs. I tried working from home. I tried starting my own business. I tried so many ways to make money, like, from home, because we didn't believe in, like, we wanted to homeschool. So he was in agreement with that. So I didn't have to work. I never had to work being with him. I never had to work. So, but I had dreams. Like, being with him, my identity was reduced to a housewife. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And I became a shell of myself. I'm like, oh, this is what you want? Sure. The man's supposed to lead. Let's listen to you. Let's do it. Let's listen to you. And I did, like a dumbass. Never again. But, yeah, now, this last time, okay, so I had a mental breakdown because I'm stuck in a box with two tiny human beings, 24/7. 24/7. I am stuck in this box. I can't go nowhere, really enjoy myself. Anywhere I go, I gotta bring them. So my life is just a slave. You know how slaves only got to go, they put the little thing on them and send them off to the grocery store, and that's the only way, that's the only thing they got to do. Yeah, that's the only thing I got to fucking do, go to the fucking grocery store. In the park, if we were lucky enough to have some gas money. Because he's so bad with the money. And I found out one time what the money was going to. Porn. Addictions. But anyway, we got evicted. I had a mental breakdown the day we were moving. He got mad that I was having a mental breakdown. And you know what he said to me? I'm hyperventilating. I'm like, I am bawling my eyes out. I'm hyperventilating. I can't breathe. I'm crying. I'm panicking. I'm having anxiety. You know what this man said to me? I don't got time for this. We don't have time for this. Next thing you know, there was a hole in the door because I said, don't tell me you don't have time for my mental breakdown, which is an indication that something is wrong. And he was like, why don't we just get a divorce? I was like, that was the most freeing words I heard in years. That was the most freeing sentence. No. Hold on a second, you guys. Never in my life had I felt so free. He was like, let's just get a divorce then. I was like, oh my God, yes. 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 Let's get a divorce. Yes. 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 Let's get a divorce. Mind you, I had already been making video logs months and months before that, because this was in August. This was August of last year. We separated. We officially separated in August of last year, 2024. So, before he said that, I was already making video logs of my mental health, like video, because I was going insane. You imagine being stuck in a box for 3-4 years. It's not fun. So I was making. I had no choice. The therapy thing we was using ran out. I had no avenues. I had nothing. And mind you, I had just got done writing a book. So while I was going through that trauma with him, I was reliving trauma that I had been through before I met him. So it was I don't know how I got through it, but I did. August rolled around, we got evicted because he fucking sucked with money and spent it on God knows what. And then we separated before. Now his job, another reason why I was going crazy, his job, he's an electrician. His job transferred him way out of town to where I am now. From Fort Worth, where we were, to where I am now. And hey, you come up. Yeah, no. So he would be gone on days and days and days, and then come back for a few days, and then have to leave again, days and days. When I had Achilles, after I had Achilles, I had her, and then he called off work for a week. Sorry, y'all hear me. And so after he came back that week, after he called off, he had to go back to work. So all of that time, while I'm literally still postpartum, like the physical postpartum, like the 6 weeks, I'm working hard. Like, I'm fixing 3 meals a day, just like I do every day. 3 meals a day, cleaning, taking care of the girls, working on my book. I'm working hard, busting my ass after I just gave birth, while he's out of town in his addictions. So after that, he said divorce. I was like, hell to the yeah. I was video logging, and I stated already that I wanted a divorce in those video logs months and months before he brought up this divorce. And so I was like, yeah, yep, I agree, heck yeah. So we moved to where I am now. He drove his car, I drove my car. And yeah, I just started noticing his addiction got worse. I asked him, I'm gonna be honest, I'm sorry. I told him, because we were staying in the same apartment, and I was like, look, your addictions, they, like, around my daughter, I'll kill you. I'll kill you. It's not in the mugshot. So I was telling him, look, don't do that around us. Like, don't do that around us. Like, just don't. Like, if you got to, just leave the house. And so after I asked him that, he just, like, it's weird. It was like he was going out a lot, like, after, like, staying out late and stuff. You know, I don't care. We're not together no more. So it just got weird, and it's just like he just came up to me one time. He was like, you want to know if I'm sleeping with anybody? And I was like, what? Mind you, one time he came home and it was a long strand of straight hair on him, and he had a Keely, right? He was playing with a Keely, and then the hair was on her, and so that pissed me off. But I still bit my tongue, because at the end of the day, shit, I'm still dependent on him, like, financially. So I just bit my tongue. I was like, look, I'm finna go run some errands. I'm finna go. And he just made it this big deal, bigger than it was. And it was just like, what are you really doing? Like, what are you doing? And so he ended up moving out that same day. I came back and his stuff was gone. He moved in with his coworker. But yeah, it just got to the point where he was neglecting us. It's just some of y'all know our birthdays on the same day. He's making bank. He's making bank. Like, but he couldn't come up with a few dollars. So for us groceries, I'm like, do you have $50 for groceries? He was so bad with money. God knows what he was spending it on. He was spending it on his addictions. And so, the money was just going up like, just, what are you doing with it? So, plus he was paying rent. He was paying rent here. So yeah, that makes sense. But it just seemed like every time we turn around, he don't got it, but you make it bank. So I was like, do you have $50 for groceries? And it got to a point where he only had $50 for groceries for them. It got to the point where he was neglecting me. And mind you, we're not together, but we're still married. Like, I just came from a position where I'm dependent on you. Like, I'm dependent. You're the breadwinner. And now the second we separate, I gotta fend for myself. Like, just automatically, like, I understand. At least help me get there. Like, if you understand, but at least help me. And that was the problem. I feel like we could have been figured out something so I could have had a job, but he wouldn't help me. I didn't have the time to do it myself. I needed a partner. That's what a partner is for. I needed a partnership to get it to where we can have two incomes going, but you just so lost in your own world and how you want these chasing after fantasies that you don't even see that, like, hello, we could be doing better. But yeah, so he moved in with a coworker, and then he started neglecting us. And then one of the girls he was talking to, mind you, I'm starving. I had lost so much weight. All that baby weight I had was gone. I was weighing I weighed like 120. So I was looking like how I looked in carbonation. I mean, not carbonation. I was never in freaking Tribal Judah. Freaking like a stick. I lost so much weight because I wasn't eating, because he was neglecting me. My birthday came around. Our birthday came around. So October 8th is our birthday, and the day before, No, the day before or the day of. Earlier, way earlier. I let him know. I like, look, I might. He's the person that to this day. This man, like, go to bars and shit and go out. I haven't been out. I haven't been out in years. I don't go out. I've been in a box for years. But this night, I was like, look, I may go out tonight. If you could just come in the house and the girls were gonna be asleep. Their bedtime is 8 o'clock every night, clockwork. I have a set schedule for them and for me. We are on schedule every day. So their bedtime every night is 8 o'clock. Every night. So I was like, the girls are going to be asleep by the time I would like to go out. If you could just be so kind as to come over, just make sure they're asleep. Mind you, he stayed a few doors down. We were in the same apartment complex. He just lived in a different apartment with his coworker. But I was like, if you could just come over, make sure they remain asleep. If they're asleep, just put them back. Mind you, this his own children. His own children. It's like, just make sure the girls sleep. I'll be out. He asked me, was I going to a bar? I said no. I didn't even drink. I still don't drink. He was like, yeah. He like, as long as Akili is asleep, yeah. I was like, cool. I only wanted to go to a park and just get on the phone with a friend I haven't talked to in years. I wasn't even going to go out and party. I'm not even a party person. So he was like, yeah, sure, yeah, cool. I was like, yeah, cool. It was a done deal. The time came where it's time to go. I was like, look, they're asleep. I'm getting ready. You can go ahead and come over. He's like, yeah, I changed my mind. I was like, cool. I understand. You got work tomorrow. I get it. No biggie. So I went to my car to just cope with being stuck in a box on my birthday. Oh yeah, before that, he bought me a plate of food. And when he bought me a plate of food for my birthday, Chinese food. When I opened the food, it was roaches sitting in my food. So I was like, I just want to go to this park and just talk to my friend, and that's all I want to do. Like, and he agreed, and by the time came, he was like, he changed his mind. I said, okay. I went to my car, sat down, go cope. I see him walking up with his friends. No, he told me, mind you, he told me I'm sleepy, I'm tired, I just got off work and I got work tomorrow. I said, okay. So I'm in my car. I'm in my car on the phone. I see him walk up with his coworkers. They got drinks. They got a birthday cake for him. Big ass birthday cake too. A birthday cake for him, and they just laughing and having a good time. And I'm like, you evil. That's evil. And he even admitted, like, yeah, that was wrong. How I did you on your birthday? Yeah, you think that day, the next day, that night, packed my shit. I packed their shit, packed their stuff, and I left. I escaped, and I went to domestic violence shelter. Before I went, my car had broke down. So I just asked him. He had the money to get it fixed right away. But he waited 3 weeks. We're not even together, and I'm still trapped in a box. I'm still trapped in a box. 3 weeks my car was not working. It's like right when I thought I had my freedom with that divorce. Again, I find myself stuck between four walls with 2 small children. And that will degrade anybody's mental health. So I was like, I can't do this no more. I asked him my car. Now, with my car situation, I asked him, I was like, please take it to a professional. You are an electrician. You are not a mechanic. He was like, oh, I got it. He just men in their ego. He was like, I can fix it myself. So he fixed it himself and fucked my car up even more than it already was. Hence why I was stuck in the house for 3 weeks. And he loved it. He would come see the girls, be drunk as fuck. He was having a good time. He was living his life. He was fine. But me, on the other hand, I'm the primary caretaker of the girls. He would get them on the weekend, but other than that, I was the primary caretaker of them, and it was bad. So that's why I went to the domestic violence place. And yeah, from there I said, you Denedric, I'd rather be in a homeless shelter with my girls than to be in this nice, cute apartment under your dominion. Cause you still, he even told me when we're separated, I'm your husband, so you still gotta listen to me, you still got control over you. I'm just like, and his thing is, he like to say shit in a joking way, but he really mean this shit. And it's just condescending. It's just, it gets on my nerves. It irks my nerves. But yeah, he just be body shaming me for no reason. Like, oh, you ain't got no back. You ain't got no back. Like, what? Like, just throwing shots for no reason. You ain't got this. You ain't got that. If I ask him for something, he'll call me broke. If I ask him for something, he'd be like, do you got the money for it? Knowing damn well, just psychological torture, just for no reason, just unwarranted. And like one time, like Sakani was it was her breakfast time, and it was his time, it was his day. And so I ever gave him like the rundown, like this what she eat, this how she eat, this what time she eat, this what Achille eat, this is how many fruits you give her, this is this. I gave him a rundown, all of that, because he didn't know how to do it, because I've been doing it for all these years. So one time Sakani had this little phase where she was being picky about what she eat, and he just like snapped on me, and I was like, you just give her this, you know. And he just snapped out of nowhere, like, well, I don't fucking know, don't get mad at me. And I was like, I just gave him this look, because I was so over his stuff at this point. I just gave him this look, just like, just death stare, like. And I said, just give her this until I cook. I'm about to cook in a little bit. Just give her this. And so he came in there, he was like, I'm sorry for stepping at you like that. You didn't really deserve it. Oh yeah, really? You think? But it was just like, in that area of separation, he was being a little bully. Just being a little bully. Just taking shots, like, just unnecessary. Just keeping me boxed in, just. For no reason. Until I finally left. And when I left, I got help from, I became a statistic. I became a statistic. I became a single black mother, yet another single black mother. I became yet another, yet another black woman filing for divorce. I became yet another black woman in poverty, head of the household. Became yet another statistic. So here we are. And he's still struggling with his addictions. And while I went out of town recently, I went to my family's in Mississippi. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, one of the girls he was messing with reached out to me because she seen all his BS online that he used to be in a sex cult. She found my Instagram somehow and was like, is this true? Or he didn't tell me he had a wife. I bet he didn't. She like, he didn't tell me he had a wife. He bought me roses and all of this, and he was so nice. And then when I started telling her everything, she was like, oh my God, he's a psychopath. I was like, yet and still, your life is more interesting than mine, because I've been stuck in a box for the past couple years. And I was like, it was a white girl. That's his, did I mention that? Oh, he has a white girl fetish. White girl, any woman but black fetish, as a matter of fact. Any woman but black, that's what he likes. But, yeah, and it was just like, you know, I was like, but I'd rather be a statistic than to be with you. I'd rather. Would you rather? I'd rather be a statistic. I'd rather be, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Because I know at the end of the day, I have a purpose. So, and I have God. I don't look for things to fill voids. Okay, so I just took her hair down, so I haven't been trying to fill voids. I haven't been using drugs, trying to escape, drinking my life away like he has been doing. It's like added alcohol addiction on top of this sex porn addiction, and you got a destructive man. And did it pop out? I was like, oh my God. But yeah, and now it's just being co-parenting hell, because guess what, he stopped coming to see them, as was already predicted. Like, come on now, he stopped coming to see them. But it's kind of because I told him to never come back, because he was still being condescending, still trying to have control. If I ask him for anything, it's like he makes sure I'ma know that he gonna humiliate me. He's gonna. Let me turn this air on. And y'all know I'm about to go too. He's gonna humiliate me, make sure I feel like shit for asking. And this recently, they watched Netflix. When I first got my apartment, first got my TVs, first got all of that, everything in my apartment, he offered to, we all had one family Netflix account that he was paying for. Netflix is $8. He had one Netflix account. You all watch my name, his name, girl's name, and then we had a family profile. I asked him, he offered to put it on my TV, and he did. He put it on my TV, and he put it on the girl's TV. One time, one of these recent weekends, this wasn't recent. It was like months or something. I asked him, before he left, I was like, can you put the Netflix back on the TV, because, you know, it took me off the household or whatever. And he was like, he just humiliated me for asking for the Netflix. You're like, get your own Netflix. Why don't you get your own Netflix? Knowing, even if I did have the money, what's the difference between what we've been doing this whole time? Plus, you offered. So, and then that turned into an argument because I was like, he was, like I said, when he takes shots, he try to make it seem like it's a joke. He might try to make it seem like he not insulting you, he not trying to humiliate you. He was just like, oh, why don't you, he like, get your own. Like, so I joked back and I said, put it on the child support, add it into the child support, and I'll get my own. And then he said something, he was like, I ain't gonna be taking care of you or something like that. He like, ain't my job to take care of you or something. And I was like, you know what, forget the Netflix, let's get out. And so on his way out, he threatened for me to have a lawyer. And mind you, I was on my cycle during this part. I had bad cramps. I had really bad cramps, so I had to lay down. And plus, I'm taking care of the girls 24/7. There's no more weekends. So I'm full-time mom, full-time, 100%, day in, day out, mom, no breaks, no nothing. So I'm drained. I'm on my cycle. So I'm in pain. Trying to figure out how to balance work, I'm barely making it. So at this point when he came, the house was not tidy. So he tried to use that against me. Oh, I'm gonna go get a lawyer on his way out. He was like, oh, I'm gonna get a lawyer and I'm gonna get full custody. And I just laughed. I was like, boy, now, do you know how much evidence I got that you are an abusive parent? That you are not a fit parent? That you are unable, you can't even meet the emotional and mental needs of yourself. What makes you think this court is gonna, mind you, your whole life is online. Everything that you ever said, or not ever said, but you know, your life is online, that you were in a sex cult. Do you really think you were in a sex cult of a man that said it's okay for children to touch your genitals? Do you really think? I have text messages proving that you are a porn addict and you will go to any means to get a hold of it. Do you really think this court is gonna give you custody? That shit was funny. But yeah, he left that day and I ain't seen him since. We've been communicating. Hey Slim, they are not giving for that's what I'm saying. Everybody I talk to, all the legal advice, everybody I talked to, they were like, they ain't giving him no full custody. So I was like, boy, you true. But he just said that to have an excuse to not come back to see them and to talk to them, to not come back to be there for them. That's why he said that. It wasn't out of he really gonna go do that. Oh, I really want my girls. No, he don't give a damn about them. He don't even call them unless I tell him, oh, by the way, do you care about them? Just so much as tell them good night. But yeah, he doesn't. I haven't seen him since, besides like on FaceTime when he's called on her birth. He missed her Sakani's birthday again, right? He missed her birthday, so I was mad about that. And he claimed he had to work, but he didn't tell me, so I don't know if that's just another lie or what. So yeah, that's where we are now. That is the story. That's really, I'm excluding a lot of details But is he paying alimony and child support? We haven't got the divorce finalized yet. I haven't served him yet. So I haven't served him the divorce yet. This nigga asked me if we was having like this good conversation, even with, like when we were separated, we was having a good conversation. This nigga said, when you gotta sign the divorce papers, are you gonna cry? What? Nigga, I'm gonna sign them with glee. It's gonna be rainbows coming from my hand when I sign these. It's gonna be rainbows, dolphins, and freaking glitter sparkles coming from my hand because I'm gonna be so freaking happy to sign them freaking papers. What are you talking about? But and then he asked me, he was having this identity crisis because he was going to Tulsa. He works in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So if anybody want to team up with me in Tulsa to serve him papers, let me know. But he works in Tulsa, not Tulsa, but some place in Oklahoma that's close to Tulsa. And he was having this identity crisis because he don't know what identity he wanted to adapt next before he went. So he was having like his anxiety attack, and he was like breathing hard. He was breathing really like his breathing was terrible. And I had to ask him, I was like, "Are you like, why are you breathing like that? Are you okay?" And he was like, "What?" He even noticed, and he realized later on. But yeah, he's just new identity now. I'm pretty sure if he goes somewhere else, he's gonna become a new identity. My sister asked me, because he met my family. He met not my entire family, but he met my family. And my sister asked him, like, why he always trying to join something? I was like, I was like, girl, I don't know. This man got a new identity every time I turn around. I don't even know who this. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. I don't know who it is. I don't know him. I never do him. Yeah. Oh, my bad. To answer your question, alimony, kinda, because he's paying for my car. So he's paying for my car. Yeah, that's about it. So I don't know how that's going to go in court. Child support, not gonna lie, he really good with that. Like, I don't gotta hunt him down. Like, I never had to hunt him down, and it's not our deal. Sorry, y'all, she tired of me. Alimony includes cash payments. I need to stop this thing. Not stop it, but like, how do you? Well, I'm asking y'all like y'all know. But I'm just gonna turn this light off. I'll go to sleep some more. But I don't know how that's gonna go. He's good with paying child support. We don't go through court, so we made a written agreement. So every week he's sending the bread, a good amount too, because he's making good money. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I'm just waiting to serve him, and I'm healing up. Yeah, about this. Let me turn this air on. Now let me just say, I've been wanting to get that out for years. I've been wanting to get that out for years. I've been wanting to tell what the hell been happening for years. And it's just like, I've been debating, so I'm finally now. And like I said before, I didn't even get to scratch. Like, that's not even like everything. Like, this man's fucking abusive as hell. Like, and I wish that this reaches somebody that he may talk to in the future. Because, baby, you are setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for failure, and I could not bear. This nigga asked me, do you think you'll ever find somebody like me? Nigga, if I ever find somebody like you, I will. If I ever find somebody like you, I'd rather jump off a fucking bridge. I'm sorry. I'd rather jump off a bridge. What you mean do I do? I just sick. Just mind just warped. And I think he think he a prize because he's making so much money. But his reality is definitely warped. He definitely got issues, some really deep psychological, whatever traumas that is beyond. I don't want to say it's beyond repair, but nigga, you keep going, your ass. You keep going on this path, none but destruction headed towards you. That's why I had to get me and mine the out and far away. Regardless of what, hopped right into the unknown. Right into the unknown. I don't care. I take the unknown versus what is known right now. Versus what is known. So, yeah. That's basically it. I might come back and do a part 2 because I'm really not finished. It's just getting late. So, yeah. One thing a narcissist hates is not they don't hate if you fight back, or they don't hate if you insult them. And what a narcissist hate the most is when you expose their character, because now their identity has been revealed. Now they can't be. It's nothing. It's no validation to be when everybody know you ain't shit. That's why he constantly go on these freaking apps where nobody know him, so he can get over, because he know the people that know him, which is really nobody. I don't know what the hell I know. At this point. I know about his addictions. I know he will go to great lengths to hide them. I know that, like I said, I found prostitute escort apps on his phone, in his emails. I found the worst of the worst in his phone. The worst of the fucking worst. One thing that recently shocked me is that he went to a gay bar, which is not really a surprise because he was being saying he was on and off with this bisexual thing. So nigga, you're gay. You're gay. You like men. Just own it. Just be who you are. Just own it. There's nothing wrong with it. Just own it. You don't have to lie about that. You don't have to lie about it. Because either you're going to a gay bar because you're gay, or you're going to a gay bar because you are a predator who is seeking and trying to get with bisexual women, but you're not going because you're like, either you are gay or you a predator. That's it. That's the only two options. Because why else would you go? I hope it's that you're gay, honestly. I hope it's because you're gay. Because at this point, you're just a fucking predator. So yeah, like I said, I just said that to say, I don't know, to add on to my point that I don't know who the hell he is. Because how you hide that for 3-4 years. But, yeah, pretty much, that's it. Thank you for tuning in. He's gay. Straight man that go to the gay bars alone. He went alone, and I didn't talk to the people that never mind. But yeah, he went alone. So that's just weird, creepy. Straight men don't go to gay bars alone. He's gay. Or at all. Did he give a reason why he was going? No. Because we're separated. Or really, I wasn't supposed to know. Really, I wasn't supposed to know. But he don't know. I got one of these phones that he used to have. Everything comes to it. Everything comes to it. So I was just like, oh, okay, more evidence. Oh, okay, more evidence for the court. Oh, okay, cool. Like, he don't know, but I'm not supposed to know. But yeah, that's who he is, which is a big ass question mark. So yeah, I did my D, and like I said, it's not the first path. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. There is only one reason why a man goes to a gay bar. Yay. Live free, you know. Be, you know. And I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn who sees it. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Because for 3 years, you took away my choice. And you use me like this rag doll for your own pleasures. And you disrespected me. You abused me. You lied to me. You let my daughters see me cry. You let my daughters see me hurt. You let my daughters see me have mental breakdowns, all to protect your own image. But guess what? That image ruined, baby. He must not know who he was messing with, baby. I write books on motherfuckers who do me dirty. Nigga, I write books and sell them. Make money off you. So, yeah, I don't give a fuck about your reputation. I don't care. You're gay. You're a porn addict. You're a sex addict. You don't care about your children. Because mind y'all, I'm not his first BM. He left his first daughter for a sex cult. And, unfortunately, my firstborn, he left for a sex cult. So, yeah, I don't give a fuck about your reputation. I actually hope this destroys you. I don't care. For so long, I did. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised either. Is he using drugs? Let me tell y'all another thing to tell the court. This man had LSD in the home with my children. I had to beg him to flush it. He made a video of him flushing it because he had LSD in the freaking house with my kids, bro. Like, at this point, you just a lost soul. Every time I picture Denedric, I see him, and I see a crowd of many people going this way, like kind of like this is a spiritual thought. You don't gotta take this like literal, but I see a crowd of people, of many people going this way, and it's another one going this way. It's fewer people on the one that's going this way, and he is just like this, like, do I go this way? He's lost. What is LSD? LSD is It's a really hard drug. Acid, yes, it's acid. It's a really hard drug. Last time he told me that he was on LSD, he ended up in the hospital. He ran the streets naked. He ran in somebody's house naked the last time he was on LSD, and he ended up in the hospital. His mom kicked him out because obvious reasons. Yep, all of that, hallucinogenic, acid, psychedelic, that's what it was. And this man had it. This is why I despise him sometimes. This is why. Because he just selfish. Like, he don't think about nobody but himself. Exactly. He's selfish, narcissist, covert narcissist, because God does he hide it well. You would never think, like Lisa, the interviews that you did with him, you would never think that this man was a freaking narcissist, bro. You would never think. Time for a new book and new bank. That's what it sounds like to me. Yes, most definitely, because guess what? Eden X Elizabeth is off the ground. Eden X Elizabeth is my new business. I'm an herbalist now. Yay. And like I said, I wanted to start this years ago, but couldn't due to this nigga. But Eden X Elizabeth off the ground. Got that going. Still making a few coins from the book, and baby, it's looking like another book. Because I can't even fit everything to one little video, one live. I can't even fit everything. But yeah, y'all, Elizabeth out. About to go to bed. Thank y'all for crashing out with me a little bit. Yeah. Hope y'all have a good night. It's Saturday night, and what's funny, he probably at the club. He probably at the club drinking right now. He won't even know this being made. But maybe one day he'll find out, because he blocked me on all his socials because he followed porn stars on his socials. So, yeah. But anyway, nonetheless, good night. Thank y'all for joining.
I rise like the sun on a brand new day, breaking the shadows I've swept away. No chains to bind me, no tears to fall. I found my voice and I'm standing tall. I'm powerfully me, I'm growing and glowing. A wildfire of dreams forever unfolding. Loving this heart with a fearless aim. I've rewritten my life, I'm changing the game. I see my reflection, it's burning bright. Truth in my eyes like a guiding light. I'll never settle for less, I'm worth so much more. I'm so proud of myself, having the strength to close that door. I'm powerfully me, I'm growing and glowing. A wildfire of dreams forever unfolding. Loving this heart with a fearless aim. I've rewritten my life, I'm changing the game. No more whispers haunting my ear. I stand unshaken, I've banished the fear. Every step I take is grounded and sure. I deserve I'm powerfully me, I'm growing and glowing. A wildfire of dreams forever unfolding. Loving this heart with a fearless aim. I've rewritten my life, I'm changing the game. I rise like a phoenix, bloom like a rose. All the heartache and pain no one would have known. I'm breaking my silence and finding my voice. The next chapters of my life are my choice. I've taken hold of the pen and I'm the author of this life. I hope that my experience helps someone to see you're never as small as he said you should be. If you are in a relationship right now that's not feeding your soul,